A pair of jobs reports offering diverging messages on the labor market for the month of May. The government's employment report showing gains in non-farm payrolls that were much stronger than forecast, while the ADP report showed less than expected gains in private payrolls. For more on the changing labor landscape, we want to bring in Maria Black. She is the president and CEO of ADP. That's the global tech firm that specializes in human capital management solutions. And Maria, first of all, welcome. I know you're here to ring the opening bell today.
We sure are.
I was shocked when I found out it's the 75th anniversary of ADP. I can't believe you guys have been around that long.
Yeah, it is the 75th anniversary. We couldn't be more excited to be here ringing the opening bell. Personally, I'm incredibly proud. ADP has been at the forefront of payroll and human resources innovation for 75 years. Personally, I've been here for 30, so I've watched this firsthand really evolve, and it's quite remarkable. But it isn't just about the 75 years. It's really about the future of work as we chart the next course in the next 75.
I mean, it's kind of shocking what's happened to work over, let's say, 3/4 of a century,
yes,
but maybe even what's happened in the last 5 or 10 years. You had the pandemic, you had a lot of people working from home, and now you've got AI coming into the workplace, too.
That you do. And I think for us, we're watching all of these trends. So one of the things that's so unique about ADP's data, the unique data set that we have, is that we span all the way from the small business, so the pizza shop on Main Street, all the way to the most complicated multinational type of corporations. So we pay 41 million wage earners on behalf of our clients, 1 million clients across 140 countries. So when we think about that, and we look at all these workforce trends, they're pretty remarkable, Becky. The workforce trends that we're looking at is the distributed workforce that exists, right? So access to talent globally, that's not a new thing. That really started in the 80s and 90s with global expansion. But today, as you just mentioned, post-pandemic, flexible hybrid workspaces are everywhere. So that's a big piece of what we're seeing. And then the other part that we're seeing across our data is the generational aspect. So we have 5 generations actively working in the market today. And obviously, as everyone is setting course as it relates to what that means in terms of being an employer and having to address all these 5 generations, there's a lot that we're seeing that employers are solving for.
It's kind of weird. We've spoken a little bit on the show about how different generations obviously look at AI pretty differently. You would anticipate that the youngest workers are the ones who are most open to seeing what's there. What surprised me with some of the things that you all have learned, though, is that most people who are 23 and younger expect that AI is going to drastically change their jobs and in some cases make a lot of what they do obsolete.
That's right, Becky. And so we have been doing a lot of this research. In fact, later today, we're going to release some of the things that we've studied as it relates to the impact and how the perception of AI per generation is really affecting people's roles as they think about charting the course of their futures. What's interesting to me, I mentioned the 5 generations, and that's absolutely the case. That's what we have today. But beyond that, Generation Alpha, if you think about 2010, those that were born in 2010, in fact, I have a 14-year-old at home, and I think about him joining the workforce, which legally, at the age of 14, he will never know work without AI. He will never, in our case, in the HR space, he'll never have to fill out a form for PTO and take a day off manually. All of those things will be facilitated through modern tools, in our case, through things like the ADP mobile app, where he will be able to, through natural language search, just be able to do these things. He'll never know work without AI. So certainly the younger generations, really at some level, whether you're a digital native or perhaps this next generation Alpha becomes an AI native, they will never know work without AI. And certainly the more tenured generations, how they are thinking about their roles going forward is slightly different. But a lot of that research we will be releasing later today. So exciting day.
I was curious how you think about the sort of upstart competition in your space.
Yes.
I'm thinking of Brex and Rippling and some of the others, some of which you integrate into, but others of which are sort of frenemies or something.
Yes.
Well, how you are the, I don't know, the billion-dollar gorilla, the big whatever. You're the biggest player. But there are these other players coming in. And so do you look at them and say to yourself that these guys are acquisition targets one day? Do you look at their technology and say, I really like that, I wish we were doing that? Well, how do you consider this?
So I'll take the comment around being a gorilla as a compliment. I would say, again, having 75 years of payroll innovation, weathering so many various technology and innovation cycles, and certainly more to come, as we just talked about AI. But to answer your question around the competition, we look at all of the ecosystem. So our clients today interact with so many various pieces of technology. Through our ADP marketplace, we partner, as you mentioned, with a lot of these upstarts. At the very enterprise level, we also partner across the ecosystem. For us, it's about one thing that it's always been about, dating back all the way to our founder, Henry Taub, who founded this great company 75 years ago, which is solving for our client. And so with that in mind, he took a very simple business idea. He found a problem. He solved it. It started with one client. We have 1 million clients today. And so that really involves operating in this broader ecosystem where our clients interact. They interact with various types of technology, various things that help solve for the future of work for their employees.